What's up, you guys? It's Matt with Texas Edge Home Inspections. Once again, I am on a new construction house. I do all kinds of houses. I do old houses, I do new houses, but I do get calls a lot for new construction. And it is surprising how many people still think you don't need to get new construction inspections. It's also surprising how many things we find wrong with new construction, despite all of the hands and people that have been in and out of this checking it before it's supposed to be ready for move-in. I found a few things today. I definitely want you to take a look. So come with me and check it out. All right, so one of the major things that we look at when we're doing these inspections is the electrical panel. And so this is the sub panel. We have the main panel out near the street where the meter is. And I already opened that up and that looks fine. And this one, we open this one up, and what it reveals is that immediately, without even opening it up, you realize that it's not up to current code or standards. We don't have any AFCI protection. And furthermore, we are missing the GFCI protection for the dryer. Now, AFCI protection, this started to get introduced in the code in the late 90s. And it was in a couple of areas. Now it's pretty much everywhere throughout the house, mostly almost anywhere that's not GFCI protected or a 240 volt circuit. And then the dryer, I think that was 2020 that we introduced a code saying that that needed to be on a GFCI breaker. And so this isn't up to current codes, but we're still going to open it up and see what we can find inside. So despite the fact that we have missing AFCI and GFCI and this box is not up to current code, most everything on the inside looks pretty good, except this white wire right here that goes to this 240 volt circuit. Definitely needs to be labeled with black tape, indicating that it is hot. And I go through and I test all of these to make sure they are tight. And when we get to about right here, we realize, is it that one? No, it's this one. This one right here is super duper loose, and you can see it arcing inside there. So obviously that is a big problem and needs to get addressed. This video today was made possible because of Filterby. Filterby makes quality yet affordable air filters for just about any system and just about any MERV rating that are made right here in the USA and available at filterby.com. And to top that off, you can schedule filter delivery so that they can just come to your house whenever it's time to change a filter and you won't miss a filter change. Staying on top of air filter changes is really important when it comes to maintaining your HVAC system and improving the air quality that you breathe in your house. Filterby is one of the awesome companies that I partner with on a regular basis to bring you videos like the one you're watching today. And because of that, they want to offer you a 10% discount on your first order. So visit the special link that I have in the caption of this video, and don't forget to sign up for auto ship for additional savings. One of the systems that always requires special attention is the roof. And so we got up on the roof today and we took a look around, but to be quite honest with you, there wasn't a whole lot that was wrong up there. There was a little bit of a lifting shingle in one area. The biggest thing that I really found wasn't with the roof at all, but it was viewed from roof level. And so we have these exhaust fans that go through here, and I go through and put my hand near them so that I can make sure that exhaust is going through. And usually there's one on the roof that doesn't have any exhaust coming through it, and that would be the dryer vent. The difference is it's not going to be screened or protected anyway, because you don't want to screen on a dryer vent. That's going to collect lint and it's going to become a real problem. And so as we came around here today, I found the dryer vent. You can see where it's positioned because we've got the furnace flue and then we've got some exhaust fans over here next to it. And so keep that in mind, because we're going to verify that that actually is the dryer vent when we go in the attic. But today, when we looked at what we believe to be the dryer vent, we see a screen over it. This is a fire hazard and this shouldn't be the case. Builders need to know this is there because they need to remove it for future builds. We want to make sure that maybe if someone decides they don't need to get an inspection, that the builders are doing them a solid and they know that this is supposed to be removed. So they need to make sure that their trades know, hey, when this is the dryer, remove the screen. Now here's one of the reasons why walking on the roof is far superior to using a drone. I could have used the drone to go over this roof today, but it's very low pitch and I can walk it pretty easily. The drone doesn't give me hands-on. And what I mean by that is I can actually put my hands on things. And so yeah, I can feel the exhaust, I can try to lift up on any shingles. One thing that we always seem to find are nails that are out of place. And so if you look at this nail right here, it looks like it's in the wrong place. In all actuality, when I went and touched it, it's just the head of a nail that's sitting on the shingle. So it actually wasn't a defect at all. A drone isn't gonna do that. So I'm up here in the attic now. What I wanted to show you is that we were able to verify that this in fact was the dryer duct that had the screen over it. You can see that we have some exhaust fans that are terminating through the roof back over here, and we have the furnace flue back over here, and directly down from that we have the dryer duct. And so this was the one that had the screen over it, so that's definitely a problem. We definitely need to get that screen removed. Now here's another issue I have. Oftentimes I go up in here and I see these systems that have a media air filter, and we'll see them taped, or even sometimes they'll use mastic. to seal the filter door. This is a problem, and it's an indication that they probably were not able to hit their numbers when it came to doing a duct blast test. And so they're robbing from Peter to pay Paul. They're blocking air somewhere where they're not supposed to. And so they're trying to seal up something that really doesn't need to be sealed. This is now very difficult to be accessed by the homeowner. They're going to need to get into this sooner than later. And honestly, I want to make sure that there's a filter there even. And if there is, I want to make sure what kind of condition it is. So I'm going to be cutting it over today and taking a look. So ultimately, I was able to determine that there is a filter in there and that it is properly sized, that it's not inside the cardboard box, because we've definitely seen that before. And like I say, within 3 to 6 months, the homeowner's going to need to come up here and cut this tape off anyway. And so this just should never really be sealed up, in my opinion. If we're leaking somewhere, we need to find out where it is and fix it there.
After that, I move on to inspecting the rest of the attic space. And despite the fact that besides the air filter situation, everything looked pretty clean, it doesn't mean that I'd leave any stones unturned. I still got to look around everywhere, look at the ductwork, the framework, all the equipment, the insulation, everything that's up there. This process continues on into the interior of the home, where I just continually check everything. Doors, outlets, windows, everything I can get my hands on. I'm going to turn it on, I'm going to open it up, I'm going to close it, lock it, do whatever I can to make sure everything is functioning properly.
Now, albeit a minor problem, one thing that I check as I'm walking through doing my home inspections is to make sure that all doors and windows open and close and lock properly. And so I go to all of these windows and I raise them and shut them. And in addition to just locking and opening and closing, they need to be able to do so with ease. I should be able to just walk up to them and pick them up very easily. No effort, no strength, just lift it up and close it. And everyone throughout the house really seemed to work just fine. But when I got to this bedroom right here, it was a little bit more difficult. And so now, granted, you're not going to really be able to see this, but it's quite difficult, and this is about as high up as I can get it without forcefully pushing it up, and that's just not what it should be. You should really be able to do it just with one hand. Like this one, for example, this one right here, I can just open it and close it with one hand. Not a problem. No strength, no extra effort needed. So here in the laundry room, we got a couple of things going on as well, and we discovered there's no GFCI protection on any of the electrical outlets throughout this laundry room. In addition to that, we have an entry door to the garage. We have some poor weather stripping, and also we have a deadbolt that goes to it, and the deadbolt has been obstructed. They didn't drill out very good, and so this deadbolt really doesn't go into place and latch in like it's supposed to. So one of the other things that we check for is to make sure that all sinks and tubs and showers are draining properly. And today, everything seems to be working just fine, except this master shower. And, oh, you just got to see this. Check it out.
All the water was draining properly, but when I look over here to the main shower, it just really didn't seem to be going anywhere. So I did what anybody would do. I grabbed a rubber duck. But seriously, guys, I do use this rubber duck in my reports. I use it so that I can take pictures and show that there is standing water in a tub or a sink, or in this case, a shower pan. Today, I let this go for about 5 minutes. Now, I sped up the video for you so you didn't have to sit here for 5 minutes. So this is substantially faster, but at one point I thought all the water had drained, and so I went ahead and reached down there and felt to make sure, and then sure enough, we still had standing water in there, so I let it go and let it go. And then once it finally drained, I looked in it, and this is what I found. The drain seems to be filled with what looks like maybe grout or tile debris, some type of construction debris. No good.
All right, everybody, in classic fashion, that is not all I found, but that's all I'm going to put in this video. I got to go get to work. You guys, Matt with Texas Edge Home Inspections, give me a call so I can inspect your next house. Bye now.